and the checkpoint that's supposed to be the continue point, that doesn't even appear anywhere. And we can give ourselves 5 lives, 10 lives, or if you're really, really bad, 30 lives. Just casual 30 lives. But if we are ready, we can begin. So you might notice some similarities with the previous game. However, this game is much shorter. It's only like 10 minutes long, not even. As I said, it's ported from the SNES, which is already shorter by itself, but because the developers were probably like lazy or something, like half of the game is cut out, and this only has like 11 screens. And it also has some very wacky movement. Jumping takes a few frames, so it's possible that the game eats our jump input right at the end of a ledge. Oh, I didn't jump enough. And throwing marbles, the game can also eat those inputs. The music is like completely fucked up. Probably being NES, it's understandable, I guess. Pete here, if you remember, he only took 3 hits on the PS1 version. He takes 12 hits here, and he spews like 3 times. Controlling Mickey in the air is very hard. What happens is you can't stop. If you're already moving in the air, then you will keep moving in whatever direction you're moving. You only slow down a bit if you release the stick. Or you can just turn around completely. So if you want to jump neutrally without moving, you have to jump from where you stand still. Let's see, wait for this crate. And we're coming up on the first boss, the crane boss, that we actually skipped on the PS1 version. We cannot sadly skip it on this version. And here it is. On all other versions of the game, you can jump on the gears to kind of make this boss faster. Here you can't. You have to use the springs that fall down from the crane. And we can get double hits, but as I said, the game can eat the marble throwing inputs, so it's easy to miss. Now the top cranes, they only take 5 hits, so missing 1 double hit is fine, however missing 2 is bad. There we go, that's 1 crane down, 1 gear I should say. The music on PS1 in this part is so good, but sadly this music doesn't actually reflect that. And now we're coming up on the first damage boost of the game. I'm going to take damage on this, but notice the very long damage animation and how it boosts you back a lot, so I made sure I turned left before taking damage. So it pushes me right onto the platform that I need to go on. So, because of that very long animation, as you might guess, while Mickey Mania the run is all about health management, this is all about not taking damage instead. As there are no checkpoints, dying will reset you back to the start of the screen, so we kinda don't want to die. And I'm going to take a second point of damage here, because the bat is very hard to actually skip. You can jump over it, but it's very hard. And here is an autoscroller, first autoscroller. As you remember Gurney Ride, we couldn't move on the gurney. Here we can actually move left and right. In the original Mickey Mania we cannot, we can only we can only jump and duck. Oh no. Okay. The jump animation there was eaten. So I'm actually going to take a death. If you fall off the gurneys anywhere on this level, you are dead. Or if you take damage, you are dead, just like that. Yes, strictly better, confirmed. Indeed. Oh, come on. I'm going to take 3 deaths here. I normally don't even take a point of damage in here. But it doesn't really matter. The estimate is reasonably high anyway. And that's the end of this autoscroller, and we're coming up on the second autoscroller. This is the move level for Mania, except now it's an autoscroller. Oh, somehow I took damage there. Doesn't really matter because we go faster than the screen anyway. Very high quality graphics from NES. Essentially, this is actually pretty good for NES, I think. Funnily enough, if we stick on the right side of the screen, only the moves can get us. The branches and rocks don't fall fast enough. Remember how Mickey Mania earlier was glitchless? This run instead does make use of a bit of a glitch. Still in the final boss. We can talk about that later, but now remember Lonesome Ghosts? That's completely gone. We're onwards to Beanstalk. Mickey and the Beanstalk. I jumped too late, so I took damage on that. I have my own setups that I use for timing jumps, but that one was just a bit off. I have to be very careful with these butterflies here. They are very annoying, probably the most annoying in the game. So I want to kill them before I move on. God damn it. Now, if wow, if Mickey Mania earlier we were like 2 seconds off of PB, this might be overestimate actually. It is hard and janky, yes. Especially janky. Can I get my setup here? No, that's too late. Yeah. The platforms are also kind of bad. You can like clip on the side of a platform slightly for some reason. There we go, that's what that's supposed to look like. And then the third one. And we're through this area. Now just not to die here. Instead of having dragonflies here, we have butterflies that can actually die, thank God. They're pretty easy to kill as well. Yeah, this game is flawless. I have my setups for the jumps here, so I don't take damage. Let's see. The second setup here is kind of tight. Can I get it? Yes, nice. If we jump too early, then the first butt damages us. If we jump too late, then the second butt damages us. It's a mess. Yeah, Prince and the Pauper, here it is. We jump straight to the tower level. And instead of being on fire, it's being flooded. I guess they couldn't render fire, maybe? I don't know. These crates are very annoying. Just like that. Yeah, steps will... Oh, I was on 1 HP, so I died there. Okay. Steps went very well. I was surprised by how well steps went. Although we will not be talking about garden. I should have waited there. But thankfully we're kind of close to the end. After this tower level is the final boss. There we go. And that should be the last crate. We can skip this platform here. And I don't want to be too high up on this rope, otherwise I can miss this jump here. And the final boss is coming up. We're going to fight the evil Dong. Now how this boss works is very weird. When I did it casually, it took me a very long time to get because I had no idea how it actually works. What happens is Dong will fall down to whatever spot I am at when he goes off screen. And that's kind of hard to understand, but what I do is I make sure that when Dong disappears, I am exactly where the spikes will be. Oh, this is bad. Nice, nice. Okay. The glitch that I was talking about earlier, I'm actually taking damage on his sword whenever he throws it. But, because the game also wants me to jump on the sword to reach the switch, I cancel the damage animation. And so I don't take any damage, because damage is applied at the end of the damage animation. And I still have iframes, so I can walk through stuff. And that's the boss, and that's time. It's not even overestimate, but the best part of this game is probably the credits that are coming up. We have Mickey, Bone Man, Dong, and Bottle. As you might tell, this was created by some Chinese developers, and they have a copyright on this, so don't you dare steal it, you know. But that's it for the game. Yeah, those are the only characters. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoy the next run. Thanks for coming.